God knows you don't have to be like everybody. It's a broad road, be careful who you're following. I'm so in love with what you done in my life. There's no way I think I ever could go back again. God knows you don't have to be like everybody. It's a broad road, be careful who you're following. I'm so in love with what you done in my life. There's no way I think I ever could go back again.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by to watch another episode. Just an announcement from future me. This video was shot over the course of like 3 months or more. So if anything's chronologically kind of weird or anything, that's why. And I crammed it all in one video. It was going to be several parts, but I decided not to do that. So anyway, here's the video.
I am not a quitter, you didn't really think that, did ya?
Hey guys, welcome back to Steadfast RC. A while ago, I made a video talking about my first hobby grade RC vehicle that I ever got, and it was a Traxxas Stampede that my parents got me. So my friend Paul commented on that video, and he was talking about his first hobby grade vehicle was a Tamiya Blackfoot that he had back in the day, and he was talking about how he always wanted to get another one of those, and he still hasn't. I don't really know what's wrong with him, so I decided to take matters into my own hands. And you can probably guess what's in the box. We'll take it in the shop here, open it up. It looks, I think it's going to be pretty rough, the body, but let's get this thing out of the box and see what we're working with here. I plan on restoring it for him before I give it to him. He's not going to see any of these videos until I give it to him, or else that'll ruin the surprise. So this batch of videos will come out after I give it to him. Anyway, let's open this thing up and see. Box is looking a tad sketchy and small to have a Tamiya Blackfoot in it, so hopefully that's not a bad sign. Hopefully they packaged it real well. Well, they did this really weird. They made that box out of 2 boxes or something. Oh yeah, they took time to wrap it up real good. Cool. They got foam around it. And it's not like shoved in here real bad or anything. Okay. Alright, so first thing I can see is the body is, what's going on with this? It's sitting with a rake for some reason. I don't know why that is, but and this actually is, this is a Ford body, but this is a Lexan one. This isn't a hard body. That's kind of unique. So this isn't the original body, I don't think, unless somebody knows better, you could tell me. It's got the Ford emblem right there. It's got the Ford emblem on the front. Man, it's actually in better shape than I thought. That might be salvageable, this body, I think. It's been glued in places. I don't know. We'll see what we can do with the body. I'm a little confused about that though, because it's got a rake to it, which is, I'm not sure. This, from the pictures on the eBay listing, and I'm looking at it right here, looks real good. Like the chassis looks pretty good. Doesn't have a motor installed. I got a new silver can motor. I can put in that out of my CCO2 build that I didn't use. It's got all Futaba electronics, mechanical speed controller. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take out all these electronics, the servos, the mechanical speed controller, and the resistor right there. And we'll give this thing a good wash down because it's pretty good, but it needs some cleaning. And I made these car stands on my 3D printer. This one didn't come out very good. It kind of broke loose at the end, but it'll still work. Got some shock holders there if you needed it, but pretty handy. So get to tearing these electronics out. Ball bearings already installed. Wonder how long that rock's been stuck in there. I have to straighten out that skid plate a little bit too. It's kind of bent. So I'm just going to take some water to this thing, and then this cleaner that works really good is called Clean Warrior. And I'm not worried about getting the transmission or anything wet because I'm going to take that all apart anyway and re-lube it and inspect it and see if bearings are good and whatnot, and dry it out really good. I'm going to get it all wet. Spray it down with this stuff and let it soak for a little bit. It's got some pretty bad binding on this one shock. I don't really know why. It doesn't look bent, but I'll have to take that apart when we get it back on the bench and see what's binding right there. All the other suspension seems to move pretty freely. So I got the chassis all cleaned up pretty good, sprayed down. It's drying, and now the next step is going to be to take out the transmission and inspect all the gears, make sure everything in there is good, all the bushings or bearings or whatever's in there, and probably clean them up because it has a gap where the transmission bolt is loose right here. So I'm expecting there's going to be some grit and stuff in there that'll need cleaned up real good, re-lubricated, and we'll reassemble it, and we'll put a stock silver can motor in there. Like I said before, I got a new one out of my CC02 build that I didn't use. So this one will be getting a brand new silver can stock Tamiya motor in it. This hardware doesn't seem factory back here. That's pretty dang long. I think we might swap those out with some M3 stuff when we go back together with this. I don't really like that. Look how long that is. That's like twice as long as it needed to be. I'd like to see some washers. Actually, that needs an insert right there, because that, see how big that hole is compared to the screw? That'll just flop around in there. That needs an insert. I'll probably 3D print an insert to go in there to tighten that screw hole up a little bit. Unless I have some, actually, those will probably work right there. Cool. Alright, we got the transmission out. I'm going to set the chassis over here on top of the striker for safekeeping. And that goes there. Okay. Let's say we zoom you guys in a little bit for this part. Okay, so we got the transmission out. And we're going to take it apart and see what's going on in here. It had that gap going on for a while. See that grit and stuff in there? Pretty dirty. So I changed my mind. I was going to take this in the house and do it in the sink. And then I thought, might as well put it in my ultrasonic cleaning tank. So where did I, oh, here it is. That'll get everything nice and clean in here for half an hour, then probably flip everything and run it another half an hour. In the meantime, I think I will clean up these wheels and tires, maybe armor all them a little bit. They're in pretty dang good shape, but they could use a little bit of wiping down. So I decided, since I got some time, while these parts are in the ultrasonic cleaner, I'm going to get a little carried away here and actually wax the wheels with this Caranuba wax. See what that does. Should make them shine up real nice. Alright, got the wheels and tires waxed up. What else could I do while I'm waiting for this ultrasonic cleaner? Oh, I could look at that, whatever's going on with this front left suspension right here, why that's getting stuck and stiff. Figure that out, I guess, while I'm waiting. Alright, so it's not the shock. I have that disconnected. It's working fine. So something's binding in the suspension arm here, and I'm not sure what it is yet. Alright, so front suspension is working. I'm videoing on my phone right now, so I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to text Paul and ask him if he has any nickel metal hydride batteries, and if he does, what kind of connector he uses on them. And I'm not going to tell him why. He's probably going to wonder though, so I'll be right back. Alright, I just texted Paul to see if he uses any NIMH batteries that would fit in this. He's definitely going to wonder why. If not, I got plenty of them right up there. I'll just give him one with an XT60 on it. But I kind of wanted to know because I'm not sure. I don't think he uses XT60 on his ground vehicles. I'm betting it's like a Dean's connector or something. So I kind of wanted to know before I swap this out. Now we got that stuff out of the way. I want to function check both of these servos before I put them back in, make sure they're going to work. If you guys don't have a servo checker like this, they're like a couple bucks off Amazon, and they're awesome. All you need is a 2S battery, which I will get right here. And then the balance lead of the 2S plugs in over here. And then all you do is plug in your servo. It shows you which one, so signal positive minus, so plug it in that way. And then you just rotate this little dial, and your servo should rotate. And that's how you can function check them and set them to center. So, check this out. So that servo's working good. And then I put the center mark is right about there. So that's how you know your servo's in center. Alright guys, I got all the parts for the Blackfoot transmission out of the ultrasonic cleaner tank. Came out pretty good. And I was disassembling it to grease it and everything and look over it. And I found that these two bushings are pretty dang wore out. And I don't have any more 511 bearings for some reason. I got to order some more. So Paul, you're getting brass bushings. That's a big step up over the plastic, and they should be fine for quite a while. So we'll put brass bushings in there and the diff, get everything all greased up good, and get the transmission put back together. Alright guys, so I finally got the transmission in and working correctly. Thanks to Adam at Adam's RC Playground. He gave me a tip that, as far as I can tell, you can't tell which way the differential is supposed to go. It's like a mirror image, so but I don't know why, but if you flip it around backwards the other way, it seems to run a lot smoother, and that's the problem I was having, and Adam helped me fix that because he's built a lot of these things. So he's told me to flip the differential over, which makes no sense to me, but now it runs a lot smoother, so apparently something's different. So thanks for that, Adam. Alright guys, it's been about half an hour, and I ended up going with a radically different plan here. We got a Red Cat receiver, 2.4 gigahertz, an axial ESC, and a spare Red Cat transmitter that I don't use anymore. So all the original AM stuff, the mechanical speed control and everything, I couldn't get it to respond correctly, so rather than diagnose AM radio and mechanical speed controllers for the next day and a half, I just decided to go with this stuff. It's not, it's not really what this would have had back in the day, but what we're going to go with, and it'll actually be more enjoyable having a mechanic or an electronic speed controller and 2.4 gigahertz transmitter and all that. So I got the pinion gear on there. Really cheeseball deal. The Tamiya pinion right here didn't come with a set screw, so I had to, luckily I had one. I can't believe they wouldn't include a set screw. Anyway, to get all this gear put in, double-sided taped, motor put in, put some tires on this thing and see how it runs. Alright guys, I got the receiver put right there, the ESC installed right there, got the motor wires installed onto the new Tamiya silver can motor there, XT60 power lead. And now all we got to do is put some wheels on it and take it outside and see how it runs. And look at all that mess on the floor look at all the mess on the floor right there. Every one of those is a Budweiser sticker that was on this body. Crazy. I can't even imagine why you would do that, even if you're into beer and stuff like that. Just way too many. I got one more to take off here. I've just been using the heat gun on low. The front license plate right there has a Bud Light sticker on it. I think that's it. There's probably 30 of them if I had to guess. Should have checked underneath, but just a crazy amount of Bud Light stickers. I've probably been working on this thing for half an hour with the heat gun, getting them all off. Just ridiculous. So I think I've just been really struggling to find time to complete this thing for Paul. So I think what I'm going to do is I got him the Tamiya color, which is the right paint that this thing's supposed to be factory. And I also got is it this? One of these. Trying to do the heat gun and this at the same time. Oh, that's for the Monster Beetle. So these right here are the reproduction graphics that they should have had on it from MCI out of Canada. So between that and the paint, I think I'm just going to hand it off to Paul after this. And he'll probably have fun painting it up and putting the stock decals back on it too. And everything else should be ready to go, but like I said, I'm just struggling hard to find time to do the body part of this. I've had this thing for months now, and I was wanting to get it to him pretty soon. Ouch, burned myself. And so I think I'm just going to drop it off to him within the next couple of days. And he can do the finishing touches on it. So, I don't know why this thing is on there so hard. Oh, it was a small sticker. I thought it was that whole red thing. There we go, now it's coming. Alright. And he can decide if he wants to, because they actually did a pretty good job with the rest of the decals here. So he can decide if he wants to keep those or what, but I don't know why I'm still running the heat gun on it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wash up this body, get the dust off of it, and give it to Paul in the next couple of days here. Early Christmas present. Before we do that, I should probably open these and make sure they're actually correct. If you guys are ever looking for reproduction stuff, MCI out of Canada and Team Blue Groove out of Canada, between the two of them you can usually find what you're looking for as far as body stuff. Oh yeah, nice. Look at that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I almost gave him my striker decals too. those are going to go on the striker I'm redoing. So I'll put those back in the box and make sure I get those to him. So just got the body washed up. You can't see it because it's dark. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this because the thing's complete, ready to go now. And I want to like put it in the back of his truck, I think, after work tomorrow. But I'm gonna upload the video tonight and try to time it so the video comes out roughly when he gets home, because I don't want the video to come out before he sees it or around the same time. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun. I'm having fun with it. This thing's been on the shop floor for probably a couple months, like I've said. This whole video, I was going to make it into several different parts, but I decided to just cram it all into one. And it's going to be kind of a long one, but this thing's been sitting around for too long. It's about time I got it done and got it to Paul. So I'm just going to fit up the body on there. We'll charge up a pack, run it around here in the shop a little bit, function check it again because it's been sitting for a while, and then I'll deliver it to him tomorrow. And hopefully this video will post about the time he gets home. So hopefully he likes it. It'll be pretty cool. It's in good shape. You guys see me go through the whole thing, and he can just paint and decal the body if he wants to do that. So should be cool. All right, so I haven't ran this thing with the body on it yet, but everything seems to be working fine. Yep. So if it works out, I'll drop this off to him tomorrow, and hopefully the video will post tomorrow too. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a long video, but just something I wanted to do. It was pretty fun.